Guys. Today I want to unpack one very interesting topic because I'm not so long in this business of blogging and Instagram, but what I noticed that everybody using this word consistency, consistency, consistency. It's the first word, and the second is systems, effective, effective systems, or just systems, or be effective, etc., etc., etc. And these guys all are pushing some trends that you are so lazy, you don't doing anything, and be consistent, and everything will be okay. You will be very rich, but mid sentence they all trying to sell you something, and I feel how it's not fair when people not talking it by heart. They trying to push you into something they even doesn't understand and trying to earn on this money. First of all, I want to say you guys that please use your own head. How you can be consistent in something that you don't like? Most of people who are depressed and broken are not because of they are lazy, just because they lose the meaning of life. They can't find themselves. That's the answer. Not systems, not being effective, not doing something in constant. Because give me 5 minutes. I will explain. I will give you example. Let's take average guy. And this guy being pushed by his parents, after his parents, by teachers, by society, doing something that he don't want. And as a result, he's empty, without energy. Also problems with women, and can't find himself. He's surrounded maybe by fake fans. It's very average thing. And you take this guy and talking him, take this, be consistent in my system, earn, and you will be millionaire. But before, please pay me $1,000, $2,000, or something like this. Guys, consistency is really very important. But in terms of doing what is your real goal, when you commit, when you have real commitment, consistency comes natural. You don't need to push yourself. You don't need some extra energy, drugs, or somebody extra pooper system by this guy who is the top blogger, 1 million subscribers, and he's guru. You understand what I'm talking about? And these fake gurus don't explain you how to find yourself, but your humble servant will explain you now. Look, first of all, to understand who you are, you need to cut everything that not belongs to you. This is the first and foremost, and only after this you can go further. It doesn't mean that now if you're working somewhere you need to resign and go away. No. First of all, we are talking about fake friends, goals of your parents, and expectation of another people, etc. Second, you can what you can do. And when I'm talking about you, believe me, first of all, I'm talking about myself because this is what happened in my life. I did this and I went through it alone when everybody who was in my life disappeared in my hard days. I'm talking to you like your friend and a man who wants to share his own experience. You need at least 1 month or half a month silent. You must remember all your goals, what were before in your life when you were a child or something. You can remember everything. You can write it down. I don't say that it's the main thing in your life. It can be bullshit that it was you were childish, no problem. I'm just talking about process. You must to start this process. the main thing is like first step. Everything else will come further. The next step, what you can do, use some systems. I don't know. You can use Japanese system Ikigai. You can use Soviet psychology system socionics that showing your information metabolism, how you perceive information. There is another system that shows how you create information. But believe me, this is all for one mission, to understand for yourself, to start this process, to be sincere with yourself and figure out from what you can start. It can be anything, bro. It can be maybe some problem what you are struggling with, and you figure out how to solve this specific problem, and now you can help another people, and you can start doing this by small steps. You don't need any big amounts for start. In nowadays, you can start everything just from scratch without any help. Just phone, everything's what you need, phone or laptop or something like this. Especially if you speak English, that's all. And now you can be consistent in your goals. And after that, when you are consistent, you're doing these small steps. You can step by step starting using some tools, buying some educational trainings. Especially if you started earning money, you can invest in yourself. Let's get back to this. I'm 34 years old and I'm very experienced in life. I used to be the owner of a few nightclubs in Moscow, and I saw in my life a lot of types of people, and I saw horrible people, and I saw very dangerous people. And I want to tell you one thing: never be very impressed by the achievements of people. Never be impressed by what they did, how much money they had. Guess what? They could do some things that you will not do to achieve this. And maybe they living through some psychology problems and you can recognize it. What I see in most of these fake gurus, they are all not sincere. They are talking not by heart. They even just open any video and there is sitting guy and he's talking about how to create content and he's talking about effectiveness and to be very successful, and he's talking how he's doing content and giving him prompt how to get content from ChatGPT. Bro, if you are so successful, if you are so effective, if you are so badass guy, why you can't just create content by yourself? I use ChatGPT also, but I use ChatGPT like to translate my thoughts, maybe help me with some lexic, logistic, yes, of my text and etc. Maybe help it do a long text to a short, but create a full text by ChatGPT that it's not even sound. When I'm watching these videos, I feel that it AI generated, yes? Because if something doesn't come by heart, you feel it. Of course, there are serious guys. There are guys that I have no doubt they went through a lot of things in their life, and but you feel it. But you feel it, and they do not push you to immediately buy things. One guy I subscribe, he's like selling something every time, super effective, and I subscribe and he immediately sent me a message. Of course, it generated. Hey, bud, how are you? I'm very happy. Blah, blah, blah. Do you want something? Bro, first of all, I can be 70 years old grandma. How you set up these things to send everybody the same message and you really want people to respect you? You don't respect me. You selling me standard message. For me, it's like red flag. I'm not now interested in any content this guy is creating because I understand that it's fake. And the last thing that I want to say, and I wrote it down, it's I don't remember this guy who said this. It's like French philosophy or maybe some European philosophy. To truly be yourself is almost like being divine. Sounds deep, right? But it's real because we are all God's creation and we are already complete. Nothing wrong with you. Just be yourself. And everything in your life will start getting better. Okay, guys, I'm very grateful and I appreciate your attention. Let's stay tuned. I love you all. Bye bye.